Hey, what's up guys, my name is Charlie. Today we're going to be reacting to some more Monster Madness, and it's going to be King Kong vs. Godzilla from 1962. Oh yes, I've seen this movie before, and it's totally kick-ass. It sort of reminds me of like Alien vs. Predator or Batman vs. Superman. I know I shouldn't compare those two movies to this, but that's what it's like. It's totally awesome. You get to see King Kong versus Godzilla. What more could you ask for? It's totally awesome to see, two badasses face each other. It's like Michael Myers versus Jason. It's totally awesome. Yeah, let's check out the video, shall we? Let's go.
In a massacre's Monster Madness, Godzilla thought. King Kong vs. Godzilla. It was simple genius to put two of the most famous monsters together in the battle of the century. It was the American monster against the Japanese monster. It was the East versus the West. And on top of that, this is also the first time both monsters appeared in color. Now, Godzilla had been in hibernation for 7 years, but Kong hadn't been in a film since 1933, and now it was 1962. So it was really about time for him to make a comeback. But realistically, well, nothing here is realistic. But if you were to compare the original Kong with Godzilla, there really wouldn't be much of a fight. Kong was about 25 feet tall, whereas Godzilla was about 167 feet tall. And if you go by the English dub of the first movie, he's 400 feet tall. Besides, regular machine gun bullets from some planes was enough to kill Kong, but Godzilla gets hit by bullets, bombs, and missiles all the time. He's indestructible. Oh, and another thing, he breathes fire, so it's really not fair. But even more hard to believe, it was originally going to be Godzilla vs. Frankenstein.
What?
So,
Godzilla
scrapping the idea of the classic stop-motion effects, which are costly and time-consuming, Toho made Kong into a rubber suit and beefed him up to Godzilla's size. But at the end, the two monsters duke it out on the slopes of Mount Fuji. It's awesome. Kong throws rocks. Using his tail, Godzilla flips one of them back. The fire definitely poses a threat, but Kong keeps coming. He's clearly the underdog of the fight. He gets his face smashed right into a rock, and every time he gets up, Godzilla puts him back down. Then there's the drop kick, which is the only bit of stop motion in the movie. Well, it's really not a fair fight. That is until Kong gets struck by lightning. Yeah, I forgot to tell you that. Lightning makes him stronger. Another indication that he was originally meant to be Frankenstein. But anyway, this is where the fight really starts. My favorite part is when Kong takes a tree and shoves it down Godzilla's
that's fucking
That's hilarious. Should have shoved it up his ass. Then there's this part where they look like two hand puppets. It's great. Now, for years, there was a rumor that there were two endings for the film. Supposedly, in the Japanese version, Godzilla wins, and in the American version, Kong wins. This has been documented in books, and remember, this was before the internet. So, yes, as a kid, I used to go to the library and read about Godzilla. It was hard to even find a video rental store that had a copy of any of these movies. But with the advent of the internet, the truth is out. The double ending is a steaming load of bullshit. However, the film itself was altered a lot for its American release by Universal, adding scenes with American actors and recycling music from their horror classics like The Wolfman and Creature from the Black Lagoon. But anyway, who wins the fight? Well, that's up to the viewer to decide. Check it out. It's a great, fun, cheesy monster movie. Now, as much as I hate to say it, but just for technology's sake, it begs for a remake. If they would remake King Kong vs. Godzilla with love and affection for the original movie, then do it. Come on.
Oh boy.
Oh yeah. You want to know about the Frankenstein thing, right?
Yeah, I want to know more.
Willis O'Brien, the creator of the original King Kong, suggested a movie where Kong fights a monster that was created by Dr. Frankenstein by sewing together pieces of different animals. But before production, Toho decided to change Frankenstein to Godzilla. But without wasting the idea, Toho actually made Frankenstein Conquers the World, featuring a Godzilla-sized Frankenstein monster who fights another creature named Baragon. They even made a sequel called War of the Gargantuous, another cult classic about two hairy-ass monsters that fight to the death. Supposedly they spawned from pieces of the Frankenstein monster or something like that, but all references to Frankenstein were deleted in the final film. Now, the Frankenstein monster came from Germany, so I bet that it was pretty disappointing for German fans to see mention of their monster removed from the film. So, I don't know how much of this is true, but from what I've gathered, the German release of the film reinstated Frankenstein in the plot, and not only that, but in several of the Godzilla films they explain that the monsters that Godzilla fights are all created by Frankenstein.
Jesus.
And that Jet Jaguar is actually supposed to be King Kong in a robot suit. But anyway, we got a while before we start talking about Jet Jaguar. I mean, there's a lot of stuff coming, and this is just Godzilla. I'm not even going to go talk about Gamera yet or anything like that. And I could talk about this stuff for hours. I mean, I just love this shit.
Oh boy. Oh boy. Yeah, that was King Kong versus Godzilla from 1962. I've watched the movie. It was alright. It was good. Totally kick-ass. Like I said, it was like Alien versus Predator, Batman versus Superman at the time, I guess. But I mean, remastering King Kong versus Godzilla. Well, not remaster, a remake. Would I want to see King Kong versus Godzilla in 2020? Like a brand new movie? Maybe. Maybe. If it's done right, if it's done totally awesomely, I could dig it. I could sort of watch it and, all that. But, I don't know. It's got to be pretty badass. It's got to be bloody epic. It'll probably be bloody directed by fucking Michael Bay. It's like the Transformers or something like that. Or Transformer versus Godzilla. I mean, Jesus Christ. The possibilities are endless. But yeah, I have a feeling if there was a King Kong versus Godzilla movie coming out in 2020, it would be fucking Michael Bay directing it or something like that. Jesus Christ. But yeah, it'd be totally awesome to see a Transformers kick Godzilla's ass or something like that. And then again, I want to see Godzilla kick the Transformers ass. But yeah, just an endless wave of possibilities. But yeah, if you like this video, make sure to give a like, comment down below, make sure to subscribe to my channel if you enjoy my content. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.